I'm telling you, this device is the real definition of ultra, and the specs on this device surpasses even the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And in this video, I'll be covering all the bleeding edge features of this device, including that massive camera system, towards the end of the video. So let's dive in. So the biggest Chinese smartphone company, Xiaomi, recently unveiled their Xiaomi 13 Ultra in China, and with a starting price of $900 for the base model in China, here's what you get. So starting with the unboxing experience, I really have to say this is the best experience you can get this year. Like, in a world where brands like Apple, Samsung and so many other companies are removing the charger from the box, it's actually great or cool to see that Xiaomi gave us a 90-watt charger out of the box, which can get the 5000 mAh battery on this phone from 0 to 100% in just 35 minutes, as advertised by Xiaomi. Now, one part of this device that will immediately grab your attention is the design. Like, I love the design on Xiaomi phones, be it the cheap budget phones or their cool mid-range phones, all the way up to their flagships like this device. The design always looks unique and outstanding. Now, unsurprisingly, this is a metal build that has an IP68 water and dust resistance rating, which is the best you can find out there. It also comes with a camera bump on the back with a vegan leather finish, and if you've not touched vegan leather before, then I think you actually should, because it actually feels very great to the touch. And I'll get to the camera bump in a second, but another thing that stands out on this device is the display. Now, it's a quad curved 120Hz 6.7-inch 2K plus AMOLED display that can reach up to 2600 nits of peak brightness. If you don't understand what I just said, just remember that it can display up to 1 billion colors, and it has the brightest display in the world right now.
Did not see this coming.
Yes, you heard me very well. Now, before we get to the biggest and most advertised part of this device, which is undoubtedly the camera system, let's talk about the performance, because this device is powered by the best Android chipset out there, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, backed with 12 to 16GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, all the way up to 1TB of storage. Mad. These specs already put this device in the top 1% of smartphones, because this year we've kind of seen a trend. It's either a phone has a powerful processor and lower RAM, or a not so powerful processor but enough RAM. So this device having both is really rare to see this year. Now, speaking about the processor, the phone with the best processor out there, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, was caught lagging. Like, it was so mind-blowing, and the video will be linked in the cards and in the description. So back to the video. Also, Xiaomi is known for getting the very best performance out of their processors. Like, when it comes to performance, especially managing heat, be it their mid-range devices or flagship devices, Xiaomi, they perform really well. So I can confidently and comfortably say that this device can handle anything you put it through. So now over to the part that we've all been waiting for, the cameras. So firstly, this camera system has a consistent megapixel count, 50 megapixels for all 4 rear cameras, and it has a 50 megapixel main camera which can shoot in f1.9 or f4.0, as we saw on the Huawei P60 Pro. Now, it can also shoot up to 8K at 24 fps, 4K at 60 fps, and 1080p at up to 1920 fps to get a really slow motion video. It has a 50 megapixel ultra wide, a 50 megapixel 3.2x telephoto, a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto, which can get 5 megapixel macro shots, and this device can zoom all the way up to 120x, which I've not really seen in action, but I'll make a video once I do. Now, photos from this device look stunning, even compared to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Like, it takes great shots, with some saying that it takes really better photos than the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And you wouldn't be totally wrong if you said so, because the Car Eyes universe noticed that in comparison to the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, the Galaxy S23 Ultra takes photos that have a bit too much sharpening going on, whereas on the 13 Ultra, it takes a more cleaner and not over-processed looking image, which you can see on screen right now. But we would have to wait for the full comparison before we jump into conclusions. Also, photos from the ultra wide and telephoto lenses are great as expected, so I think we can confidently say that this device takes actually some of the best photos out there. It also takes great videos. Like, no doubt I was actually impressed with the samples I got, with the videos looking very good, but I think the iPhone still takes better videos, mainly because of this scene right here. I don't think the iPhone would have made it as dark as it is, but we'll find out in a few days. Now, the selfie camera is the only weird stuff about this device, because it has a 32 megapixel selfie camera, which is actually good, but the problem there is that it takes 1080p videos at 30 fps, not even 60 fps, which I think they could have fixed, because my Galaxy S9 Plus from 2018 can shoot up to 2K at 30 FPS from the selfie camera, which is just 8 megapixels. And this is not even a problem from this device. Every single Xiaomi phone that has ever been released takes terrible videos from the selfie camera for some weird reason, but still, as a result of Leica's collaboration with Xiaomi on this device, you can get an external camera set for the device, which comes with this cool looking case that doesn't just give you this camera like feel for better grip and precision, but it also comes with a lens that acts as a filter and protects your camera lenses, which overall makes this device look like a modern day DSLR camera, like no freaking doubt. Just take a look at this device. Now tell me what you think about everything I've said in this video down in the comment section. My name is Max and I'll catch you next time.